Thank you all for coming along to this night's celebration of the Crows on the Wire project. It's intended as a relaxing evening, but also especially a big thank you to everybody who has helped and assisted with the project, and especially all our steering group members that are here tonight. The performance evaluations, Miriam went through all the work in detail. The conclusion from that was that it a strong quality of production, that there was an effective depiction of the RUC, and that there was significant attitudinal change within the Catholic Nationalist Republican community, which we'll see more detail on. There was also a broad range of views reflected from the Protestant Unionist Loyalist community, a range of views, actually people who were very satisfied and pleased to see that the reflected kind of image, but there was also some people who were perhaps uncomfortable with the absolute kind of humanity of officers being presented. So there was a range of views. Just in more detail, the impacts of the performance. So these are the statistics that we mentioned at the symposium in October. In terms of community attendance, there was 43% from the CNR community, 41% from the PUL community, and 16% other. Now, these are people who identified themselves in the evaluation forms following performances. 60% of the audience as a whole indicated a change in perception regarding the RUC. But really significantly, 71% of the Catholic Republican Nationalist community indicated a change in their perception regarding the RUC. And 97% of the overall audience agreed that theatre is an effective way of exploring sensitive issues.
So when Jonathan sat down with me and talked about this idea about the RUC to the PSNI, it didn't, and I guess I said this before, it didn't appeal to me. It appealed to me for two reasons. One was that these are not the preferably unheard. This is the police. You know, the police have the voice. And the second thing was, I thought, well, it's a voice of authority. And I started to think about the idea that there were potentially, and I didn't know this, but there were potentially lots and lots of quiet voices within this institution that hadn't been heard. And the prevailing voice was actually the institution and the institutional change that the process was looking for. From the steering group to the staff from the video material to the post-performance productions, it takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of buy-in to what this project's about, to the educational materials, so the quality and the standards, and the pushing a bit further. So every step along the way, this project, we kept pushing further and further in ways that you wouldn't have seen. So thank you all for that. In terms of the steering group, I thought that was a very challenging role that the people here tonight took on. To be in a steering group, in some respects you are representative of a constituency with a small c, and you're representative of yourself, and you're there giving of your own time. But what you provide is a credibility and an authenticity and a challenge to the project. So thank you all for that. But I would like to thank Marie, Barry and Bridget, who's here as well, that the three of them have gone through a real process of development in this project, which has come to, I think for the Verbal Arts Centre, it's been a really fantastic project to work on. And your work and your input and your personalities and your commitment to it, I think has really shaped it, so thank you very much. Finally, just want to say is I want to thank Jonathan. Now, I've known Jonathan a long time, and he came to us with a project which has challenged the place, has shaped the identity of the place. It did take us into a territory that contained risk, as you've heard me talk about before, which I think we managed, and it's introduced me to people that I probably would never have met. So I think that's a real privilege. So at the end of the day, this is a process of language, creative language used creatively, which hopefully in some small way makes a change. But ultimately, it wouldn't have happened without all of you, so thank you very much.